Good evening and welcome to Monkeys with Fire. How is everybody doing tonight? Hope you're all well. Hope you had a good weekend and your week is, well, going well. So, tonight, what are we doing? We have a special showcase unboxing of Infinity Codeone Operation Blackwind from Corvus Belli. We're going to take a look at this latest battle pack, fighting factions from within the human sphere. Take a look at the minis, look at the rules, look at some of the scenery, and yeah, we'll just chat about it as the evening moves on. Good evening, Amberden. Welcome. How are you? Hope you're well. Of course, if you are an Infinity player, do let us know. I'd like to sort of know your thoughts on the game, because it's it's funny. I'm not new to Infinity, but this is the first time that actually I have gone through a sort of rule set and potentially will sort out a game of this, because the beauty on these Codeone sets is that it is a sort of beginner's guide. It's a more simplistic version of the game for you to be able to just jump straight on into it. You have your two sets of factions already done. You have yourself a map, you have some scenery. It's pretty much everything you need to get down onto the table and start playing straight away. And that, of course, is very, very inviting, especially for a game that has lots and lots of history, lots and lots of miniatures, has been around for a good few years. It can seem a little daunting to new players, and this is a great way to introduce new players to the game. So, well, let's get started, hey? All right, here we go. So, first things first, we have the introductory booklet, with obviously some nice artwork. If you are familiar with Infinity, you know that the sort of aesthetics and the design is very sort of manga styled. If you like that sort of sci-fi vision, then you will really, really enjoy the visuals in the game. Now, I've already started flicking through this, and I am going to butcher names left, right, and center. So, by all means, exclamation ruined. Be prepared. I am sure that if I play this, my opponent, I will probably win by default, for the fact of my opponent will be laughing so much at how badly I say the names of these factions. They could have been any other factions other than these two. I still, even now doing this voiceover, I still don't know how to pronounce these names. Okay, there we go. So, for anybody new to the game, Infinity Codeone is a tabletop wargame that uses 28mm metal and plastic miniatures to create skirmishes in a high-tech sci-fi setting influenced by manga aesthetics. An exciting, action-packed vision of the near future where special operations determine the fate of humanity. Infinity Codeone will present you with non-stop challenges that will test all of your tactical skills. To defeat your opponent, you will need to take advantage of your environment, employ your troops' many abilities, exploit your enemy's weaknesses, and meet your mission parameters before it's too late. So, I'm excited already. Amberden, you're getting ready to go on holiday next weekend. That sounds fantastic. Where are you going? You can tell us where you're going while I try and pronounce the name of this first faction. Oh, here we go. I'm going to call them Haqqislam. That's what I'm going for. Yeah, thank you, Lorna. Yes, there we go. Haqqislam. We're going to go with that. And I love the fact that we've got all of this history. So if you don't know anything about the factions that are within the game, then this brings you up to speed. But there's a great little paragraph at the top here. So let me just go through that, because that gives you a really good overview. So, Haqqislam, the new Islam, is a minor power spread across only a single planetary system, Burak. Haqqislam has built a culture around a humanist, scholarly version of Islam that is in constant contact with nature and rejects all fundamentalism. Biomedical science and terraformation are the two pillars of their development, and Haqqislam is home to the best academies of medicine and planetology in the human sphere. So we got a good idea of what this faction is like just from that brief overview, but it does start talking about assassins, so that gives us a little bit of flavour. And then, of course, we have some wonderful photographs of the miniatures that have been painted by the studio team. They look amazing. They have a very sort of sandy colour scheme. But what I like about this is that it does give us some colour patterns, some ideas of how we can paint our particular troops for the different, I suppose, sub-factions, which is quite cool. Going to Guernsey. I've never been to Guernsey. Jersey is as close as I've been. Okay, come on then, Lorna. Let's see if you can make it 2 in a row. How would you say this faction? ALEPH. ALEPH. Okay, I can see that one. ALEPH. Alright, here we go. Let's do the overview. ALEPH, the sole artificial intelligence that oversees the data network of the human sphere and most major international technological systems. ALEPH is the greatest ally of humanity, and without her, the intergalactic socio-political and economic framework would crumble. ALEPH possesses a tactical branch named Special Situations Section, or SSS for short, and that was created to fight against the alien threat of the combined army, but also to persecute all those who dare to create other artificial intelligences as her. Special Situations Section. Doesn't sound good to me. But from what I have read about this particular faction are very much influenced by the ancient Greeks. And I like that. I like the fact that this game introduces ancient mythology into a futuristic sci-fi setting. So we're getting a little bit of both. Good evening, Roger. Welcome, how are you? Hope you're well. ALEPH equals friendly undead. Oh, what do you know, Lorna, about the ALEPH faction? I'm going to have to keep on saying it as many times as I say it. I will hopefully it'll just become natural. Because I can see we got the Myrmidons, which was with Achilles, if I remember my mythology. And oh my gosh, I can't. I'm going to really ruin this one because this is a true Greek word. Extromoi, runners in ancient Greek. The assault subsections, quick special interventions unit. And we have the Steel Phalanx. They bring the dead back to life and use them to defend the human sphere. Not all of them have free will. Oh, okay. Interesting. The main objective of the assault subsection, more commonly known to the mass media as the Myrmidon Army or the Steel Phalanx of ALEPH, is to be the trusted response to the unstoppable menace of the combined army. Commanded by Achilles and forged in the crucible of war, the Steel Phalanx is an unyielding force worthy of the Trojan War's epic poems. It is a shock force with a focus on brutal, direct assaults, and ALEPH's chief weapon in its never-ending personal feud against the EI. I need to find out what the EI is now. But this is great. This is great. This is giving us, you know, a quick run through of so much awesome history. Gets you into the sort of the feel of the universe, doesn't it? Oh, okay. We do have hoplites and Furios. Gonna go with that. And then again, we have color patterns. Iliad pattern, Agathon pattern, Crystallio pattern. So in fact, actually, this is probably the faction I would enjoy. I like my sort of Greek mythology, even if I cannot say their names correctly. So I think I would enjoy these guys. The evolved intelligence, the AI in charge of the combined army. Ah, okay, so that's why they're opposing. Yes, I can see that. Okay, so we know the two factions. We then go on to actually what is the operation. This is Operation Blackwind, and I believe this is the second battle pack that has been released. I think the first one was Crimson Stone, and I get the impression, because there are multiple factions in the Infinity universe, they'll work their way through and basically release battle packs with two factions, so you could ultimately get them all eventually. Or, you know, you get the ones that you particularly are enamored by. Again, it's probably worth reading up a little bit on the Infinity Universe website. There is plenty of resource information and lore, which is really cool. So Operation Blackwind is taking place on Durgama. Durgama is a jungle area in the southern hemisphere of Concilium Prima. That's completely uninhabited save for a top secret network of stations dedicated to cutting-edge scientific developments and alien technology research. So we are going to some kind of black site, and it does say that Darpan Xeno-station is one of the many secret research facilities hidden deep within the jungles. So what are they doing at this research facility? Who knows? But maybe we will find out over the course of the missions. Good evening, Mikey. Welcome. How are you? So let's take a quick look. So if we click onto here. So here we go, there's the box, and folded out onto the games table there is a single-sided battle map, and it depicts the station, the Darpan Xeno-station. So quite easily you lay this out on the table. There is some scenery to add to it. And then you are ready to go. And what surprised me is I always thought that the space that you might need for playing games like this might be quite large. And it's not really. It's not much larger than a typical board game when that's laid out. So actually, it's very good table-wise. Did you miss the minis? No, you're just in time, Mikey. All good, all good. We haven't started the minis yet. There's quite a few. We did see a couple of photographs, but we'll get to those in a second. I know that you're a bit of an Infinity fan, aren't you? So I'm sure you will enjoy seeing them. So let's just come on back. So already we're up to page 15 here, and we start with the missions. And the good thing about, again, this introductory booklet is it's pretty much teaching you how to play as you work through. So again, it's making it really, really easy for new players, which I really appreciate. So it's given us an idea of some statistics here on a couple of the units, their unit profile. This is mission 1, Breeze, perimeter area. And then it starts going through line of fire, success values, roles, initiative and deployment, game sequence. You could pretty much, you and your friend, just be working through the booklet here, learning how to play the game actually as you play, and I think that's great. We then get up to talking about the combi rifle here and rifles, about how cover affects. We then have attack rolls, saving rolls and damage, and then we get to mission details. And ultimately, there you go. That was it. And what it does here is it sets out, I believe that's going to be for this first mission, isn't it? Let's just double check. So 15 through to page 20, 5 pages. And we've already got everything we need to play set out and ready for us. I think, Amber, you need to take a look and see just how much stuff you get with it. Remember, it's all metal miniatures. You get your scenery. You have all your counters and dice and tokens. So you do get a hell of a lot. There are also expansion packs that came with the pre-order, which I will show you those in a moment. But that's essentially 5 pages. That's gone through. It's taught us everything we need to know how to play the game in that one mission, and then we can start actually playing the other missions. And it works its way through. How many missions are in this pack? Let's just take a look. We got 5. So there we go. 5 scenarios are in, and as we progress through, we are being introduced to new units, we're being introduced to new weaponry, both ballistic and melee. And then ultimately we get to the end here, and as it says, how to expand your collection, because this is the starter, and now of course you have the entire range of miniatures for Infinity to choose from to add into your games. So we have the Haqqislam, gonna try and get this, and the ALEPH. Have I done that? ALEPH? Have I done that right? I think I might have messed up already. And then we have all the troop profiles at the end. And then, of course, we have the introduction to the hobby side of the game, preparing your miniatures, and then how to paint them up. Some simple guides. The Infinity Universe website, there's plenty of visual imagery for color schemes and tutorials on how to paint up, and of course then you have the entire selection to take a look at as well. And so here we go, actually, here we go. ALEPH, thank you, Mikey. Yep, thank you. So here we go. We have Operation Blackwind with our 2 factions here, and it shows us what we are able to get within the Codeone set. The previous pack, as I think I mentioned, was Crimson Stone. And then we do have 4 more factions, so I imagine we're going to get 2 more sets of a similar nature. Alright. There we go. So, infinitytheuniverse.com. That is where you can check out for more information. Alright, let's take a look at some minis, yeah? Now, this is going to be interesting. So, inside the pack, you have a tray, which has, again, everything that you require. We have all of the bases. We have the dice. We do have... Let's just make sure I get this right. I'm going to make sure... Let's just check. I think that's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Okay. You don't find Infinity expensive at all compared to the Primaris Lieutenants. Yeah. Yeah, I actually find it very reasonable for what it is, considering, again, it's all metal miniatures. So let's put that... Okay, let's see if we can do this. So within the actual... And if I go to that... You can see down at the bottom of the box there was a special pre-order miniature included with the pre-order in the sort of crimson, pinky purple flash there. It is, I can tell you, hang on a second, let me go and get that box, because then I can tell you exactly how many miniatures. I think is it 15 on each? Hang on. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can run off these a little bit, just to give you an idea of everything. And again, plenty of more names that I'm going to butcher. So for the Haqqislam, there is 3 Delami infantry, 1 Assassin Braider hacker with a rifle, 1 Assassin Lasik with a sniper rifle, 1 Assassin made here with a submachine gun, and 1 Assassin Bo Qatar Red Fury. So that's 3. It's 7 miniatures with the Haqqislam, and it's going to be 7 with the ALEPH, isn't it? So, oh gosh, the names. But again, it's a similar setup. We have 3 infantry. We then have a multi-sniper rifle, a chain rifle, a submachine gun, and a heavy machine gun. Okay, so in total, there are 14 miniatures for the actual 2 factions that are involved. But, you do get, and I'm going to bring that here so you can see it. Let's just change the focus here. Because again, the theming is coming through on this. You get a exclusive pre-order model, which is the high-value target Pandora, and she does indeed have a box there. What's in Pandora's box? Maybe we shouldn't look too closely. All right. So that's the miniature. We can take a look. I mean, again, artwork on this is all beautiful. So you get an idea. That's obviously the 2 factions all painted up, looking wonderful. And you can see there how it might all look when it's set out on your table. All right. So again, you know, this box contains all the miniatures, rules, and terrain you need to play Infinity Codeone Operation Blackwind and introduce you to the Infinity Universe and rules. That's perfect. That is absolutely perfect. All right, let's see. So let's have a look at Pandora. We'll start with her. Now, because... And I'll just get the camera focused in. Because these are metal miniatures, they are multi-part, so you're going to have to imagine a little bit how she will come together. I like and prefer multi-part miniatures because it means you can paint them up as a sub-assembly and get into all those little bits that ordinarily you couldn't do so. So we got some legs, we got an arm. And then Pandora's box. What is in Pandora's box? I want to go through the book to find out. Do we actually find out? She, of course, in mythology, released all the evils into the world, didn't she? So, is mythology going to repeat? Hang on, can it repeat history? Mythology? Can history repeat itself? I don't know. You guys obviously seem reasonably clued up. I'm going to say that this character is from the Haqqislam, given the robes that she's wearing. So, again, I find the Infinity miniatures plenty of detail, really, really nicely done. Obviously, again, being metal miniatures, there is some cleanup to do, but nothing too bad. She has a nice rifle. And let's see. I want to try and find somebody a little bit different. See if we can find someone who's a bit chunky. Oh, this one's got a bit of chunk. Let's have a look at this. Keep the tickets with the mini that goes. Yes, well that's it. Every miniature does have a quality control number, just in case. So it's always handy. I've never found any problems previously. So here we go. This is one of the ALEPH. I will get that right eventually. Alright. So he's there in his all of his armor. He's got a shield, he's got a sword. Of course, it's a space sword of some description. Some kind of a assault rifle. Okay. Let's find someone else. Oh, this looks looks interesting. It looks interesting, but it's a lot of parts. Maybe that's why it's interesting, because this guy is going to be bigger. If that is a foot, calf and thigh, then that's probably about the same height as one of the other characters that we've just had. So I think this is part of something larger. We have a rifle. He's a big lad, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Again, you can check out these guys on the Infinity website so you can get an idea. I mean, you obviously, those of you who have played the game or are very familiar with the game, you know about the tags, which are great big stomping mech-like robots, which are very, very cool to look at. So, you're very familiar with that. So, the miniatures, you know, there's plenty in here. And oh, there we go. Got one with a cloak here. So yeah, it's a lot of fun. This is a Sunday afternoon, all with file and a little bit of super glue, and putting your minis together. You know, which yeah can be quite relaxing and sort of therapeutic. So that's all the minis. But let's we're gonna jump to the expansion pack and then the event exclusive miniature. And then we'll come back to the scenery, because I really like the scenery. Alright, but we'll take these away. Okay, and we just need to change the focus. There we go. So, this was something that you were able to get in addition. This is the Obsidian Head Dire Foes Mission Pack Delta. So this is a expansion. There is a downloadable scenario. I believe that the details are within. So we have 3 special characters. ALEPH versus Haqqislam. See, if I keep on saying it, I will be fine. So let's just open this up. Oh, we have our little box. Okay. Alright, let's do this guy. See what we have. Make sure we don't mix that up. There we go. Okay, and let's focus in on him. Let's go to about there. Oh, there we go, that's much better. Yeah, you see, I do love the characters that they create. We did do when we were doing the community challenges. Was it last year? Our first challenge was an Infinity miniature, and I actually, now that I'm thinking about it, it was a miniature from the. Was it from the ALEPH faction with a combi rifle? I remember the combi rifle. Oh, it was Zanshi, wasn't it? Yujing, that's it. Yeah. There you go, Zanshi. Yep. He's cool. I like him. That one is, it seems to be a lot of individual pieces. I'm trying to find what models that are mostly formed. So she has a mask on. She looks as if she's suffering from a pandemic that's happening at the moment. This is her futuristic COVID attire. Okay. The other one is it is very much multi-part, so it's going to be hard to. I'm not saying that. We'll give it a go. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Got is that an eye patch, or is it some sort of cybernetic implant? Giving her maybe tactical assessments straight into her brain. Who knows what the future holds? It's definitely not Google Glasses, let's put it that way. Alright, so these are the three special miniatures that are used within the special scenario, which again you download. Let's put that away. So one aspect that I really enjoyed about this, as I say, I like my Greek mythology. So so here, bring it in. We have the event exclusive miniature, to which I believe that they do this with. They did one with Crimson Stone. I think it was the Dragon Lady. If you're familiar with that particular character. Then they did a special version of her with that pack. So this is Helen of Troy. And yeah, she looks amazing. Futuristic version of her. And if you know your mythology, you know that yeah, she caused some serious ruckus. Well, actually, it's not her fault, is it? Let's be fair. Not Helen's fault. You know, Paris had probably something to do with it. I wonder if they'll ever do it better, like a Paris miniature, because you know, his character would have to be a bit of a yeah. Okay, and let's zoom on in. Let's take a look. So, gonna have a lot of fun with her. She's got a nice flowing dress, but again, because she's multi-part, it's you got to make that imagination jump, try and visualize her. But because she's multi-part, you can then paint her up each component, and you can do some nice effects with it. So there is a bonus to it being multi-part. Okay. There she is. Yes. That effectively. I'm trying to... Oh, there you go. There we go. Trying to sort of... It does actually... it goes on in quite nicely. As Mikey was saying, there's not much filing that is going to be needed other than just the little bits of flash that are just sort of sticking out. But other than that, that's seamless. Yeah, nice. And then we got another leg, because you know it's important to. We got the tail end of her robes there. Some nice little detailing down at the bottom. So there you go. So again, another special character. She is a high value target. I guess you don't want to be killed. I think that's the important part, isn't it? Right, so let's see how we do with this. So let's put that there. Okay. So then, you get these flat pack. This is like the ultimate IKEA pack. This is all of the scenery that you require to set up the Darpan Xeno-station. And you open it up. It gives you your instructions, which should be simple enough for even a monkey to follow. I'm just going to put these here so that I can show you, because these look great. Look at those. So pretty much you're just making very, very pretty boxes. This is all Lornor, other than the two expansion packs I've just shown you. This is from the core box. So this is part of it, and yes, it's really, really nice. So everything, so the 14 miniatures plus the bonus Pandora miniature, all of the dice, the map, the floor plan map we laid out, and then these are, and I'm just going to get here, so you've got barriers up at the top. This is part of the sides of the building. It's a good chunky card. Let's see if you can sort of get an impression. But it looks really nice, and of course, it's double-sided. So you are making complete buildings here. But I mean, look at these little signs. Hang on a second. Let me just let me get the camera done so we can focus in properly. Do that there. No, I've done it too much. There you go. So a little no entry without authorization biosecurity system works. But yeah, it's beautiful. And you know, having nice scenery really does help sell the environment that you're within. So there are, as I say, there are buildings, and then there are various barriers to be used as cover. I think you guys remember Micro Art Studio. They do the wonderful MDF pre-printed scenery. So again, very, very similar to this. Obviously in MDF though. But look at the sort of the texturing. Let me just focus in a little bit more so you can appreciate it. How's that? You know, even though this is just 2D cardboard, there's a real 3D feel to it. You know, the scratches on the panels. It's just so much wonderful detail. And again, it all helps. It immerses you in the sort of the environment. We then have obviously some game tokens and area effect templates, obviously all important for actually playing the game. And we start to have plenty of tokens here, and then got a directional impact marker. Imagine that is. Alright. I'm liking, again, this is something I really like about the whole Infinity universe, is that they have sort of in-game advertising of things that are just happening in that universe. It just makes things real. So, Mines Corp, beyond expectations. So, who are Mines Corp? What are Mines Corp doing? But obviously they're doing a bit of a recruitment drive here on these barriers. Do you want to be in Mines Corp? Join today. Again, Max Sec Vault. I do like how, even though it potentially is a secret research facility, they do actually have their own branding, and they say Darpan Xeno-station. if you're up against this building, you know where you are, and so does anybody else who's visiting. I like it. Oh, there you go. It's even better. Hello, and welcome to Darpan Xeno-station. You may experience some radioactive ionization. Please make sure your hands are still within the car at all times. And again, we get, is it different? Let me just... No, it's the same print on either side. I suppose that makes sense. It's not the Blade Runner film score, but it's something that invokes that kind of vibe. I thought that it would be appropriate for this sort of futuristic setting that we are within. The human sphere, of course, goes on for many, many worlds. Yeah, I like these. I think these are really cool. Do we have, are these some sort of computer displays? Giving us some technical information. All of the music that's played on a channel is from a website called Tabletop Audio, and basically Tabletop Audio provide scores, 10-minute scores that invoke various themes, and that could be medieval, or it could be historical, or sci-fi, as is the one that you're hearing now. And it is a resource for gamers to basically have an audio backdrop to their games, because, you know, we've just gone through the visuals, but audio is just as important. It can sort of help you sort of set the scene. So yes, if you have recognized and you're feeling, you know, oh, I possibly could be in some futuristic setting, then it has worked, hasn't it? You will find a link for Tabletop Audio on the channel's page. Give them a click, go and have a look, and of course, you know, you can use it with your gaming sessions. You'll find that most of the time, most of the game streams that we do, it's audio from that particular website. They kindly provided us permission to use it. So there you go. So that is Infinity Codeone Operation Blackwind. We've gone through everything. An entire game in one box. Now, I believe that the pre-order has ended, but it will be available on the Infinity Corvus Belli website. And of course, there are retailers here in the UK or local, wherever you are in the world, who will have picked it up. So if it is of interest, then do go and check it out. I think for those who are new to playing, or even existing players, it's a great pack. It's really good. Has a lot in there, and yeah, I'm looking forward to learning how to play and then having a couple of games. See if I can improve my pronunciation of these factions. You never know. One day it might happen. It might happen. All right. Well, that pretty much brings us to the end. There we are. So on Thursday evening, we will be doing a live gaming session. A brand new game. In fact, it's so brand new, it's available for pre-order. It's not released until the beginning of December. So if you want to find out what this fun board game is, then come and join us on Thursday from 7 o'clock. Aaron, both Firestorm and Wayland Games still offer the pre-order bundle. There you go then. Okay, yes, I mean retailers might extend the pre-order. I know that Corvus Belli, it was up on their website for, I think it was just a couple of weeks. So, yeah, no, if you're interested, then go and put your order in. It'll give you a nice project to work on. All right, everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I'm hoping that next week, any news on another challenge? There is a challenge planned. I'm not telling you whom with. All I can say is that the miniature set that we will be working on has not been released yet. So it is going to be a brand new miniature set that the challenge we'll be working on. It'll be a lot of fun. It will be a lot of fun. So yes, and there will be a bonus. A monkey bonus will be added to the challenge. Something very unique. Something to make it personal to each and every participant. But you will have to just keep on watching social, keep on tuning on in. And as soon as I am able to reveal, then I will do so. But over the next couple of weeks, there's going to be lots of new games on Thursdays or Tuesdays, as time allows. So that's the plan for the future. All right then, folks. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Hope you enjoyed that showcase. And look forward to seeing you on Thursday, hopefully. But until then, bye for now.